This is Jolly Roger RV Resort here in the Florida Keys, and it's going to be our home for the next 5 nights.
Maggie, where's my dog? Where on earth is my dog? You guys, there has been a twist to the story. We made it to the Keys, no problems, except it's a travel day, so there were problems. We just didn't know there were problems. We didn't know that we were driving hours away from my set of the RV and truck keys. And they were sitting on the ground at our old RV site. We got here and I'm like, I can't get into the RV. Like, what's up with this? I lost my keys in the Florida Keys. At the end of this trip here in the Keys, we're gonna make our way back up to Miami and we will find the keys. If they really hold them for me, God, it feels bad. I hate it. In Key West, and it's pretty great. I think we should move here. We also happen to just land here on Fantasy Week. Don't know what that is, but we're gonna show you. And apparently it gets crazy. I don't know. We're gonna possibly come back at night and see what that's like. Got some Cuban coffee, which I'm thrilled about. It's delicious. We also want to go to a museum about a buried treasure that was really buried and found here. Hemingway's house, the original Margaritaville, hello. So, it's gonna be amazing.
We just took a tour of the Mel Fisher Maritime Museum. Mel Fisher discovered a sunken Spanish galleon with about $400 million worth of treasure off of it in the mid-1980s here just off the shores of Key West. It also teaches you a lot of history about Spain and the treasure that was being shipped back and forth on these Spanish galleons. There's a lot of artifacts here to see. Unfortunately, we weren't able to video inside. They allow you to take pictures, but you're just gonna have to come to Key West and check it out yourself.
About to tour the Ernest Hemingway home. We've already seen one of the 6-toed cats, the descendants of his own cat. Come with us and let's see what we learn. seeing Ernest Hemingway's home was really interesting. He's lived all over the place. He's got incredible life stories that he turned into his own writings. I don't think I even knew how many of his writings became movies. They filmed part of a James Bond movie here. A lot of stuff, like a ton of stuff. There's tons of cats there, including ones that are descendants from his original one, Snow White, and they all have like the little 6 toes thing. Behind me is the southernmost point of the continental US, and it's a popular thing to do to come and get your photo taken. We made it to the original Margaritaville, and we're having a margarita. It's perfect.
We are at Blue Heaven having the world famous key lime pie.
Today was a total day of recommendations. Every single thing we did was recommended by someone else. We heard from April Beggs, who recommended Smokin Tuna. Holly Wallace recommended Blue Heaven, the key lime pie that we ate today. So many other recommendations. Thank you to everyone for your ideas because it made our day so much more robust and full. Literally every single thing we did was recommended by someone else.
What did I buy in the gift shop? I actually found kind of a cool Cuban shirt like this. You'll probably see me wear this very soon.
I love it. We are here at Santiago's Bodega, and it is a restaurant kind of off the beaten path. I'm about to try a cold soup called gazpacho. Mom made it when I was young, and then I've always made it. This looks so different. It's like a different style of it, and so I'm so excited to try it. It tastes very similar to what I'm used to, but it's like blended. It's like it was all whipped together. Interesting.
We have the shrimp and chorizo as well as the croquetas. Croquetas were very good. There's the shrimp and potato and cheese, like they have a nice mixture in there. Of course, rolled up and fried, how can it not be good? So, come here and get the croquetas. So Hilarie found out about this thing called Fantasy Fest, apparently where old people get dressed up here in Key West and act weird. So that means this happened.
Today is red, white, and blue day, and I don't have anything red, white, and blue, but I have silver, and I was like,
Yeah.
but nobody else is dressed up yet.
So you know how long Hilarie's been waiting to put sparkles on.
I'm thrilled.
Starting to get evening. It's Fantasy Fest. There's a lot of stuff that you don't want to see going on around here. A lot of people who are only wearing paint that should be wearing like parkas. So I don't know how I feel about it right now.
Here at Ernest Hemingway's favorite bar, Sloppy Joe's. It's where one of his wives met him here, and she like basically scoped him out. And it is crazy here tonight. Like, this is the place to be. You guys, it is so crazy here. We're gonna spare you the footage of this place. Like all of Key West at night.
Behind me is Robbie's. It's a cool place to stop here in the Keys. The story goes that the original owner found a tarpon that was wounded in the bay, and he thought he'd help him back out to sea. Noticed that his jaw had been cut open, probably by a propeller. He called a vet, they stitched him up. That's the first time a fish has ever been stitched up. And since then, tarpons have been coming to these docks and people feed them now. We didn't feed them because it's a little early in the morning. We came for breakfast, but it's a cool place to stop if you want to feed a fish or fight pelicans to have the privilege of feeding a fish.
We got so many great recommendations from you guys while we were traveling here to the Keys, and I wanted to mention them all because even if we didn't get to do it, you might want to do it. Thanks to Lamar and Ashley, my brother and sister-in-law, they mentioned key lime pie in Mrs. Max in Key Largo. We had key lime pie at Blue Heaven, which was recommended by Holly Wallace. That was in Key West. Also in Key West was the original Margaritaville, which I didn't even know about until our friend Jeremy Nelson mentioned it. Cuban Coffee Queen, cocktails at General Horseplay, Smokin Tuna. Thanks, April. So many great ideas. She threw us a ton of good stuff. The state parks along the scenic highway. There's actually some state parks that allow you to have campsites on the water here, which would be incredible. Thanks to Lindsay for that recommendation. Also, the Hemingway house was recommended by Cal Whalen. Oh, Dry Tortuga, which we didn't even get to go do, and it's on our list for next time. We just decided we have to come back, so.
We had so much fun here in the Florida Keys. We are definitely planning any way that we can to get back here. We've talked about every form of coming back. If you want to hear our full thoughts on the sunken treasure and Ernest Hemingway, as well as the restaurants we went to, be sure to tune into the podcast. Make sure that you are subscribed from wherever you watch or listen, because after this, we're headed to another beach, but you won't know until you tune in.